Good evening. Me name is illustrious disciple Neil Leslie Gilbert Williams Jack's nephew, and I'm messaging on this post in about drugs. That's all class drugs, and the people who use them. Perhaps there may be chief and directors and officers and ranking people who use these. It's Monday, the 29th day of the month of April, and it's the year AD 2024. The time now is 18:21 hours. That's post meridian. I was just, I don't know, daydreaming, having thoughts, I don't know, in psychosis, about my current mental state. My current mental state is basically erratic, I think, where, I'm up and I'm down, and I'm with thoughts and so on. I said in a podcast, or made a podcast, sorry, several weeks ago, about how my mental state is affected, how I become ill, and that is something to do with, I suspect, that my mental state deteriorates following following experiences of people who aren't with common law, aren't with civil law, and aren't with canon law. With all three put together, when that is absent, which is quite often in society, both in media and in actual reality. Of course, I fall mentally ill as an obedient person. Having been abducted or kidnapped in my past, at least on one occasion, and have had deprivation and various other issues which have happened to me beyond my control, I gave in to being offered cannabis. This is over 20 years ago. I may have had small bits, it would have been over 13 years ago. I've been offered a rolled spliff, I think is what it's called, or a drug, which isn't medically prescribed drug, so it would be classified as an offence to have done this. But prior to being offered and using small bits, back in 1991, 92, I think 1992, for about 2 or 3 years, I would buy cannabis and use it. An evening I started, and so on. And that's one rolled, and not a bag or weighted something. And I thought it perhaps could work for me, and perhaps it would be a pastime, an escape, a sedative to help me cope. Perhaps I thought that it did, but I would have been more sensible, and I have posted about this in text, to have visited my GP as I did, and accept a medically approved antidepressant, or a drug which is regulated and tested for the region that we're in United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So I had a consultation from my GP, and within, 4 hours, I didn't need it any longer. I decided to stop. So, all clear. Around about the time I became a departmental manager of transport and a warehouse in Tulse Hill in 1995, that's 1995. And I was all clear and was proud and pleased to regain memory and relax and pace and remember myself. I would think that I may have been on occasions snappy or bad-tempered, and I possibly, I was focused, but I think that having the thoughts of using a non-approved drug or I suppose, committing an offence, I suppose, to be in possession of and to use, I would have probably would have become paranoid about that, perhaps wondering what people would have thought of me had they known, as I wasn't really a street rep type street sort of person. And I thought, well, perhaps I'll be disgraced or something. However, it's true, and being repentful of this is what causes the any paranoia to be absent. It doesn't happen. Anyhow, so I do wonder when I start to focus and experience through witness the inaudible people around me regularly, if they are using, and what their mental state is like. And of course, there are people who come across as incoherent. I'm not sure if that's something of which, it fits that description. However, I think that maybe a doctor of mental health or something may have to confirm that as their specialists, sort of thing. So effectively, I would wonder if the government should talk and consider, even if it was legalized, drugs, offense drugs such as cannabis, much like alcohol, having regular spot checks where people are tested for their levels of drug, or if there's any drugs in their system, as drugs which are an offence to consume are, I suppose, classified as illegal to use, if that is in the system of an officer or director, a government official, lawful, a law, an operative of law enforcement, and such like people, ranks and so on, which I think they do. It should be punishable, or otherwise they should be subject to a medical where it's all declared and one can receive the counsel and assistance if they need it to help deal with the problem or causes and issues which encourage them, or which prompt them to indulge in a drug, a class drug, instead of using a clinically approved and tested drug. So that's what I would hope. Perhaps this could be if they're public servants and civil servants. Perhaps it could be the news of some kind. Perhaps people in media should have a regular test too, if they aren't obedient and regularly break the rules. Perhaps this should happen. Perhaps it could be the explanation as to why people appear mad. Wishing you all well. Goodbye.